Good morning and welcome to a reading. This morning we're going to do a reading for the Leo community, and we're going to see what the Most High would like us to be aware of at this time. Okay? So at the center of the situation, we have the Six of Wands here. So there is some success or some type of achievement around you at this time, Leo. Okay? So let's follow on to know what this is about. Okay, so we have the Hierophant here. Okay, and the Hierophant is about your religious beliefs, your spiritual wisdom here, or just knowledge and education in general here. And at the end of it, we have the Four of Swords here. So there's a time to rest and relax and contemplate. Okay, so let's see what's going on for the beginning of the year here. All right, we have the Hierophant and we have Justice, and we have the Eight of Wands here in reverse. So let's see. Okay, when it comes to your spiritual wisdom, your knowledge or education here, there's going to be some justice and some fairness concerning that here. But we also have the Eight of Wands in reverse. So this speaks of a slow pace here, postponement here. So when it comes to your religious belief here, your spiritual wisdom here, there seems to be some hastiness, maybe some pessimism concerning that. When it comes to the justice that you feel that you are due here, some fairness here, and maybe some accountability here, right? Because there is success and a victory here, but it seems like it's going to come at some slow pace. It's not going to come quickly, okay? But justice is here, it's coming, but it's coming slowly, okay? And we have the Lovers here, and we also have the Four of Pentacles in reverse here. So when it comes to your spiritual wisdom, the knowledge that you have concerning partnerships here, your values, it seems like there was some reckless spending going on here, maybe some financial insecurity that you experienced in this partnership here. Maybe you had to file for bankruptcy. Maybe this is what this justice is concerning, some type of fairness concerning this situation here. So let's see here. And we also have the Three of Pentacles in reverse here. And that's a lack of teamwork, maybe some trouble with the collaboration here. So a lack of commitment and some type of partnership, something that you thought would be harmonious here. Okay. You thought you had the same values here, but it turned out to be a conflict here, a lack of commitment here. Okay. And we have the Ace of Swords here, clarity, a sound decision here, justice. So you got justice twice here. So you have justice, and then Ace of Swords is also bringing justice. So justice is a theme. So whatever the situation here, you will receive justice here. It may come at a slow pace concerning this partnership where maybe you had to file bankruptcy, or there was some reckless spending in this relationship, and there was a lack of teamwork and commitment here. But you have knowledge here, your education here, you know, is yeah, concerning this situation and concerning accountability here. Even though it's moving at a very slow pace here, You may be feeling a little pessimistic here, but you have 3 major arcana here. Yeah. So it would stand to reason that the situation will work out and you will be victorious here. And you also have the hangman on the bottom of the deck here. So you have to look at this from a new perspective here. Yeah. You're going to have to surrender and let things go, right? This is a spiritual developing situation, so this is going to help you spiritually. That's why the Hierophant came out first, as far as spiritual wisdom, religious beliefs here. So this is a spiritual situation to increase your faith when you go through this situation here with this lovers connection that seemed to have went awry here. What you thought was going to be a good thing turned out to be trouble in this collaboration here. There was conflict here, and now you need to rest and relax here. You need to recuperate from this situation, even though things are moving really slowly here, and you feel somewhat pessimistic. Look at things from a different perspective here, but you will get the victory. Just hang in there and be patient here. Okay, because you have justice here, there will be a breakthrough. You will receive fairness, and if it is a lawsuit in this situation, you will be on the winning side of it. Okay, so let's get a little more clarity here. Mm-hmm. All right here, so let's see. Okay, so we have catfish. Okay, so someone was pretending to be someone else here. They were fake, they were deceptive here. And maybe you didn't pick that up here with you felt you had the knowledge, the education, that you were wise, but someone still catfished you. They pretended to be someone else. This could have been someone you met online, but in any case, wherever you met this person, or whether at work or some affair, they pretended to be something else, right? They were deceptive. And so now we have shadow work here with justice. So you have to face your hidden fears here, explore your darker emotions here, right? How you feel about the situation. So, you want fairness here. You want accountability here, right? And you're feeling some type of way. But you have to face your hidden fears, meet your darker self here, right? Because justice is here. So just remain upright in your attitude and, don't do anything that you regret. Just hold on. And we got hustle mode here, right? So you were ambitious, you were very determined here, and you feel pessimistic here because things didn't work out, right? There was some hastiness maybe in this collaboration with this person, but now you feel like you were catfished here by someone who pretended to be in hustle mode, who pretended to be ambitious here and determined. But that is not what happened here. And so we have the lovers, we have lessons learned here, wisdom gained, completing a cycle. Okay. Growth through the experience. So religious beliefs, we have the wisdom here. So knowledge here, education. So you learned a lesson through this situation. through this partnership. You're completing this cycle here. Okay. And we have spilled tea here with the Four of Pentacles in reverse here. So some secrets were exposed. Some information may have been leaked. Okay. Concerning your generosity, maybe. Concerning financial insecurity, maybe some secrets were exposed. Maybe someone was gossiping in this partnership, you know, telling your personal business. But you've learned your lesson here. And then you have Photoshop here. So once again, that fake information, that fake profile, fake perfection, someone with unrealistic standards. Okay. So whoever you were in this team with or this commitment with, they were faking that they were perfect. Their beauty was artificial. And they had unrealistic standards here. Okay. But you learned your lesson here. You are wiser now after this experience here. And we have glow up here. So self-improvement. You're going to find your confidence again here through clarity, right? Through sound decisions. You're going to make better decisions here after dealing with someone who was gossiping and spreading lies about you, possibly. And with rest and relaxation, with the Four of Swords, you got let it go here. So release these grudges. Forgive yourself and others. Free your heart, right? With rest and relaxation, with peace and recuperation here. So, you know, after this situation, it speaks on learning your lesson here, right? With justice here, you know, do the shadow work that it takes, you know, for you to get past what was done, how you feel like you were mistreated in this situation, that, you know, it wasn't fair, right? That there was no accountability here. But you are going to get a glow up here. You're going to improve here. You're going to get your confidence back here. And you're going to, you know, need to take some time to rest and relax. Release any grudges. Gain emotional freedom. Forgive yourself and others here for what happened, for any secrets that were exposed, any information that was leaked out concerning your financial situation. Yeah, release any grudges. Forgive yourself, forgive others here. Okay. Yes, you were catfished here. Maybe someone pretended to be spiritual. You know, maybe that is what caught your eye, that they said they were spiritual, or, you know, they were educated and they were wise. These were things you were attracted to, but you find out now that that was untrue, that they were deceiving you. Okay. That could have been what happened here. Yeah. And so now, you know, you have to make a sound decision concerning the situation. Right. So you can get justice here. But you will improve. You will get self-improvement. You've learned your lesson. You're going to do the shadow work. You're going to face your fears, you know, when it comes to people who are fake. And you're going to glow up. You're going to improve here after dealing with this situation. You're going to recognize people for who they are. These are lessons that you're learning, right? Not to take things at face value, but really go deeper and see what's going on the inside with individuals here. Okay. Really do the work here. Okay. Because someone here was pretending to be what it is that you were looking for. They pretended to be, you know, hardworking, ambitious as well, spiritual, and all these things, but they were just catfishing, right? Yeah, and this left you very pessimistic here because, you know, the things that you saw, the things that you thought they were, was not true. Yeah, and you feel that there was no transparency with this individual. It's very cloudy. Okay, and clearly you gave them information. You know, you shared things with them, and then this was exposed. You know, your personal financial situation was exposed by this person. Mm-hmm. But you're gonna improve. You're gonna get your confidence back, and you'll be better than ever. Free your heart. You know, relax, recuperate, get your peace of mind back. Okay. Look at things from a different perspective. And on the bottom of the deck, interesting enough, we have love bombed here. Okay, so this was something that happened very quickly. They gave you excessive attention, overwhelming charm. It was hidden control. So, yeah, this person was doing all these things and moving really fast, and it caught you off guard, right? But you've gained some wisdom. You learn lessons about being love bombed and dealing with Photoshop people, people who are fake, not who they, um, really are on the inside. I don't know if they put pictures online that made them look one way and they actually were different when you actually met them. But in any case, you've learned your lesson in this situation here. Okay. So let's see what you need to work on emotionally concerning these things, Leo. Start off your new year fresh here. Okay, so awakening. Okay, so you are awakening. You had a profound realization of the inner truth, guiding you to see a deeper meaning in life. Okay, awakening is not only the elevation of consciousness, but a deep understanding of existence. When awakening occurs, you will feel inner encouragement and inspiration. Okay, so you are awakening. These lessons that you've learned has caused an awakening. And then we have doubt here. So doubt is the lack of trust in yourself here or others' abilities, often stemming from fear or uncertainty. When doubt appears, it reminds you to return to your inner belief, trust yourself as you have the wisdom and strength to overcome the challenges before you. Okay, you have awakening, but there is some doubt still there with you. And we got faith, okay? So faith is powerful, Leo. It's a powerful belief that keeps you unwavering in the face of challenges. Faith is not blind, it is a deep trust in yourself and the universe's power. When faith appears, it reminds you to stay true to your beliefs, okay? And you have the Hierophant here, okay? Right? With religious beliefs, your spiritual wisdom, the knowledge sharing, the knowledge that you are sharing, your education, okay? So, yeah, you received an awakening here concerning your faith, all right? There is some doubt there. And maybe you have doubt because you trusted someone in this partnership and it didn't work out. Okay. So now you are doubting yourself as well as others here. But faith is saying don't doubt yourself. You're just having an awakening. You're just getting a realization here. And the lessons learned is giving you wisdom. You're completing a cycle. You're going to grow through that experience and become wiser. And that should increase your faith. And as your faith increase, you can really see and really take your time when you're dealing with getting involved with people and relationships and partnerships here. Really take the time to see if people are who they say they are. Talk is cheap. Action speaks louder than words. So look at the actions of people. And if you're meeting people online, you know, take that with a grain of salt. What's posted, what's typed, what's said, because it's all talk, right? Talk is cheap. Okay, so yes, you have to get back to trusting and remind yourself of your inner belief here, your spiritual beliefs. Yeah, and trust yourself. Okay, as you have the wisdom and strength to overcome this challenge here. You've learned your lesson here. And now you're just going to take a break. You're going to rest, relax, and let it go. Release any grudges, right? Release any grudges that you have. Forgive yourself and them, and forgive others as well. And get your peace back. Get rejuvenation. So whatever that is to you, whatever brings you peace, relaxes you, allows you to let go and forgive others and yourself for this situation. At the beginning of the year, start off fresh, increase your faith, get back focused on that. Leo, remove any doubt, right? Let go, forgive people, and forgive yourself for this mistake. And, you've learned your lesson, so this won't happen again, prayerfully, right? You're going to, move past this. You're going to bounce back here. So we got bounce back. You're going to bounce back, okay? Resilience after setbacks, recovering quickly, determination to rise again. They can't keep me down. So Leo, they can't keep you down. This doubt is going to go away. You're going to bounce back. You're going to increase your faith. You're having an awakening here. You've learned your lesson when it comes to partnerships and love here. Yes, some tea was spilled, some gossip was spread, but you're going to release these grudges and get emotional freedom. You're not going to let anybody bind you, right? The shadow work is being done. You're going to face your fears here. Explore your darker emotions. Whatever is really bothering and troubling you, you're going to deal with that while you recuperate here. Rest and relax and get through it. Okay? So that's what I see for you, Leo. The beginning of the year, you're going to bounce back. Faith is increasing. Okay? You're going to remove any doubt. You're going to be wiser dealing with relationships or partnerships of any kind and choices that you make about people that you get involved with. Okay? So that is what I see for you. Happy New Year, Leo community. And if this doesn't resonate with you, maybe someone you know is going through something like this. In any case, make good choices. Take the time to take care of yourself, Leo. And with that, Neptune Soulful Seer is out. Take care.